Another knife talk.
Another knife talk, and this time
5 or 4? 5.
Knife talk.
Whatever.
Today we're going to talk about one of our favorite brands, Fallkniven.
Oh, wow. Not even scripted. Fallkniven has been was Fallkniven Fallkniven was our first good knife.
Sure was.
And I've been a fan since, to be honest. And of course they are most famous for their F1.
Yeah, the regular F1, because it was the Swedish pilot knife from the
Air Force
army.
Knife, yeah.
Yeah, the Air Force knife, and that made it kind of popular, I think.
And the VG-10 steel, the very famous VG-10. Yeah. Is VG-10 your favorite steel?
Not my favorite, but it's I highly appreciate the steel. It's a really good, well-balanced steel. So
yeah.
Let's take a look at some knives we have from Fallkniven.
Shall we just start with the F1?
Yeah, let's start with the F1 series.
I mean, there's a lot to say about the F1.
Yeah.
Because there have been, there are a lot of variations of the F1.
You have the VG-10 version, you have the 3G version, and since a while you also have the CoS version.
And in the CoS version you also have multiple variations, which we also can show you, because we have the whole collection. We don't have the Northern Lights series, but that's just because they're kind of exactly the same. But I like the aesthetics a little more, but statistically the steels are the same.
They wouldn't perform any better.
And they are a bit too expensive for our budget then.
So the regular F1, a very simple looking knife.
Convex. Very sharp spine and strikes a fire steel like almost no other knife in our collection.
This is VG-10 and the handle is made out of thermal run.
Ooh.
And I might be wrong on the F1, but
I don't know. I like the.
I really like the handle material.
I mean, it is a knife. It's easy to restore. The VG-10 is not very hard to sharpen. It holds an okay edge. Not too. I mean, it doesn't hold the best edge.
Yeah, but it gets very sharp and it's very easy to sharpen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a look at another
F1.
Another F1.
Because if you upgrade the VG-10 steel, what do you get?
You get CoS.
CoS, people.
And that is the Pro series, and this is the F1 Pro. And there are a lot of differences between the regular and the Pro series. The geometry of the blade is different. It's still convex, but it starts lower at the blade.
Yeah.
You have the stainless steel bolster / finger guard,
which is very handy while battling.
Yeah, and it's a very comfortable.
If you would want to baton with a knife like this,
it's well polished. The handle geometry is a little bit different and it's a bit thicker. And to be honest, I love both. But I do love the CoS steel more, because it's just like VG-10, a very balanced steel.
Yeah.
Takes an amazingly sharp edge, but it is just a little bit better in everything than VG-10 is.
Then if the Pro series is a little expensive for you, which I can understand, and which I can relate to, of course.
Yeah. Or the regular F1 might appeal a bit to you.
Of course, which I had. You know, I really liked. I mean, I like the aesthetics of this knife, but I don't know. I just like the feel of the original F1. Suddenly, I was looking. I was browsing the site of Knives and Tools. Suddenly, I found the F1D. Hello, F1D. It's the old model. It's just you've only got it in this color, of course. So maybe that might be a downside for you. Talking about the price range, it's right in between the old F1 and the F1 Pro.
Yeah.
It's got the same steel as the F1 Pro, and that for me is the most important thing. So it performs the same as the F1 Pro. It's a little thinner than the F1 Pro and exactly the same as the regular F1, which I like. And I don't know, it's probably the ultimate go-to knife from Fallkniven at the moment.
And I'm not sure about this, but I think it's even cheaper than the F1 3G version.
Yeah.
And a lot more easy to sharpen than the 3G version.
It's got a very it's almost like an Easter egg of Fallkniven, which really I just suddenly found and stumbled across. I was like,
Yeah.
Gotta have this knife, and you should too, people. You should.
And
too.
Mickey had also had the 3G version in the past.
Yeah.
I personally don't dare to give a hard conclusion about the
Yeah.
knife anymore because it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit chippy for you. the
Yeah,
steel.
and it was, and it didn't perform well, but I might have just ruined it with sharpening at the time. So we
because it was your first knife.
Yeah.
So what's a little bit bigger than the F1, Mickey?
We have got the S1. We haven't got the normal S1 in the VG-10 version, but we have got the S1 Pro. And this, I'll show you in this camera. It's a little bigger than his little brother, the S1, F1 I mean. So it's a little bigger, but it is not as big as the A1 Pro, or the normal.
Yeah.
So it's a little bigger. It's a kind of a lot thicker. I think it's about 6 millimeters. And but this feels like a bigger knife, but performs as a smaller knife, and it's just a medium-sized knife.
Yeah, if you had a one knife to go to, the S1 Pro would fit that purpose really nice.
Probably the most all-around knife which Fallkniven
Yeah, it really
manufactures.
is a all-round knife. And what I really like about Fallkniven is about these series of Fallkniven is that they are completely carefree. They have a stainless blade material.
Yeah.
They have a very environmental resistant, so to say, handle.
Yeah.
And also the sheath, which a lot of people find very ugly.
Yeah.
I'll show you some. These are the F1 sheaths made out of Zytel. They might not be very appealing, but they are also very resistant against the elements.
Yeah.
So these knives, you can let them lie in the dirt for a month, come back, and they are still in perfect shape.
Yeah.
And that is what I can highly appreciate about the Fallkniven brand. It's just a knife you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, especially when you live here in Europe, on like at the location where we live in, our environment is very
wet.
Yeah,
damp.
very wet, moist. Yeah. So we really do like a stainless knife, and actually now a lot of stainless knives have a lot of carbon in it. So I wouldn't necessarily choose a carbon knife above a stainless knife anymore.
No, and the stainless, especially CoS, is very easy to sharpen. So it
amazingly
kind of
easy
defeats that purpose of buying a high carbon blade for the easiness of sharpening.
Yeah. So we've got the S1, but the thing is with the S1 is that for smaller carving I would actually prefer the F1, and for the heavier work I would prefer a bigger knife.
Like the A1.
It is always nice to have a
in-between knife.
And in between, like an all-round knife. I don't know what I'm gonna do, or I don't know what I'm gonna expect. I'm gonna take the S1 and it will face anything. But for the bigger, the harder chores, the man work, people. What knife do we have?
We have the A1, the Fallkniven A1, and this was my first knife, and that's why this knife has a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
It was my first knife. Mickey also had the A1, but he chopped his hand.
I chopped in my hand, people. I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see the scar. So I saw this straight away. I never wanted. I hate this knife. No,
you just get that kind of tinting feeling in his hand when you look at it.
Traumatized people.
But just a amazing batoning knife.
Yeah.
And some people don't use knives for batoning. I personally do because I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
This knife, because of the thickness, the length, the handle, it is just an amazing chopper / batoner, or just for people who like big knives. It's a very all-round knife. And what I also really like about the handle material they use is that it's quite warm in the winter. Yeah. So this is a very good winter survival knife as well.
And it's never slippery.
It's never slippery.
And I think that's very important.
Yeah, very important. I really like it.
But okay, let me just. We also can say a little bit of bring a little bit of negativity into the conversation, because the only thing that, for instance, Bug River does above Fallkniven is the handle geometry. Yeah,
handle geometry.
But I personally don't. I really don't mind. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's just that it is not that you hold it and think, oh, this is so comfortable.
No, but it feels good in my hand. I have no problems at all with it.
No hot spots.
So my F1 Pro, my regular A1, I mean. Yeah. A little bit worn down, but I also have, because that was my favorite knife in the past, so I just had to get the A1 Pro.
Yeah.
And this is perhaps the most expensive knife in our collection.
Yeah. This was the first Pro knife, wasn't it? Oh no,
Yeah.
it was the F1. Yeah.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the almighty A1 Pro. This is the weapon of Thor. And this,
so thick.
look at the thickness of this blade. It is just amazing.
I think it's about 7 millimeters or something.
Yeah, I haven't measured it, and I don't know.
Is it thicker than the old A1?
It's
than the
yeah,
regular
it's.
A1?
I could show you guys. It is a lot thicker than the regular A1, and this also because the geometry is a bit different than the regular A1 series.
Yeah.
This is such an incredible batoning knife.
Yeah.
It just cracks that wood open, and I like I said, I really enjoy batoning. It just gives me a very relaxed feeling. So good upgrade, the stainless steel bolster. One of my favorite knives in one of the best steels, CoS. Love it, gotta love it.
Yeah, we have made a lot of videos about all these knives. The most recent one is probably about the F1D, which, please people, check it out. I mean, it's not the most beautiful knife here on the table, but I kind of love it because it also has kind of a military kind of a vibe to it. And I don't know, I don't like a military style, but sometimes I do kind of think it can be cool if it's a little bit. But it's, people, check out the knives. Knives and Tools has got all these knives. Yeah, I don't know, Fallkniven has got a special place in our heart. Yeah, and it is not our most favorite brand, but I don't think we have got one favorite brand.
No.
But it is one of our favorite brands.
All these different brands have their own specialties.
Yeah.
And just, I gotta repeat this. What I love about Fallkniven is their simplicity and how they can handle the environment.
Yeah, it does what it needs to do, and it's nothing more.
We never had a Fallkniven fail on us.
No, never. I think a lot of people get scared off because of the convex grind on the on the Fallknivens, but
because they don't know how to sharpen a convex.
Yeah, but please, people, a convex, really, and we keep saying this. We will make a video about this, but it is the easiest sharpening method out there, in our opinion, because it is just holding your knife in a certain angle and then moving it around, and then automatically you will get a convex.
A lot of people will start using a mouse mat, covering with sandpaper and kind of stropping the knife over the sandpaper. But a lot of times you just convex your knife too much in that way.
Yeah.
And that will
because you don't want to
eventually dull your knife.
Yeah, man. Okay, if you could just pick out one of these Fallknivens, which one would it be?
Oh man, that's a very hard question.
We had to throw them all away. You could just save one.
If I had to save one, painful for me to say because I don't personally own that knife. It's gonna be the S1 Pro.
Wow.
Because it's just the most all-round versatile knife of these knives. Don't worry, people, because you might find yourself in a situation that what am I going to buy? Am I going to save up for the Pro series or the regular series? And it might, if you just think the Pro series is too expensive, don't feel bad about the regular series because it's the VG-10 versions are awesome. Please
check out the F1D. It is like a hidden treasure from Fallkniven. Honestly, I can't tell you how happy I am with this knife. This is one of my favorite Fallknivens, and for the price, I think this is by far the best knife on this table for the price. So if I would have to buy one knife now, skip the A1, F1, S1, I would just go straight away for the F1D just for the price, because for the price it's the best knife.
Agreed. So guys, I think we said it all.
I think we did say it all.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep this video under 20 minutes, maybe. Pretty special for a knife tilt.
Finally. People, if you like this video, like, subscribe and leave a comment on what you think. Or if you want to buy one, check out the links in our description. Music, thanks for using, blah blah blah.
Yeah, thank you for everything. And people, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, and just thank you so much for all the positive support, positive comments. We really enjoy it, and it keeps us going. Thank you, people. That's Bushcraft is signing out again.